A reflection on Mass Effect 3 will be in part a reflection on the entire trilogy, as it is the final in the main series. It's impossible not to talk about and reflect on the game without the context and background of the first two. Mass Effect 3 and the entire trilogy are everything that's right before the true rise of live service models. While the original version of the game came with a multiplayer and fell around the time when live service was attempting to worm its way into our consoles, it didn't have a battle pass or a content roadmap like what we see today. The Legendary Edition did away with the multiplayer, showing the focus was always on the robust single-player experience, and this experience was everything we ever wanted from BioWare. Across two harrowing games, Shepard's journey has been a whirlwind of daring raids, tense diplomacy, and agonizing decisions that have tested the player in Shepard's morals, ethics, and leadership. Every choice, every gamble, every alliance forged left its mark. Was it the shattering decision at the Battle of the Citadel in Mass Effect 1? Did you choose to safeguard the human fleet's survival at the cost of losing the Council's trust and galactic unity? Or did you gamble on a last-ditch effort, sacrificing human lives for a chance to preserve galactic leadership? The consequences of that choice ripple through the galaxy, shaping the political landscape and Shepard's reputation as they desperately scramble to unite the Milky Way against the Reaper threat. In Mass Effect 2, perhaps you prioritized loyalty to your crew, a ragtag group of specialists who became Shepard's closest confidants. You defied the odds, prioritizing their survival on a desperate mission. These decisions, made in the heat of battle and the quiet moments of camaraderie, have far-reaching consequences for the wider galaxy. The fate of these individuals, the bonds forged in blood and hardship, will play a crucial role in the desperate struggle to come. The scar of these symbols are etched deep across the Milky Way. Refugees displaced from ravaged homeworlds flood the Citadel, the once proud galactic hub transformed into a symbol of desperate fight for survival. Earth itself burns, the atmosphere choked with smoke, a stark reminder of the Reaper's message: all organic life must end. This isn't just another mission for Commander Shepard. This is a desperate scramble for survival, a culmination of choices that echo across the ravaged battlefields and refugee-filled halls of what was once a thriving galactic center. The eclectic fleet you assemble, the alliances you forge, and the culmination of your journey, every friend and foe, every choice and consequence will be reflected in the desperate battle for Earth, and a reflection of the leader Shepard has become. This is Mass Effect 3, a story not just of survival, but of consequences and conclusions. Mass Effect's brilliance lies in its interconnected story, where choices from the past ripple forward, shaping the future. Even minor characters can leave big impacts. Conrad Werner, a seemingly insignificant character in Mass Effect 1, exemplifies the lasting impact of Shepard's actions. Helping him throughout the trilogy can lead to him becoming a valuable asset, offering research and intel. Ignoring him entirely, however, can result in his demise, demonstrating that even minor choices can have consequences. In Mass Effect 1, Shepard encounters a Rachni Queen, a remnant of a once feared race. Sparing her changes the course of history. If she survives, the Rachni become unlikely allies in Mass Effect 3, bolstering your forces against the Reapers. However, choosing death for the Queen can lead to conflict with a synthetic Rachni in Mass Effect 3, harming your war efforts. The agonizing choice of whether to save Ashley or Kaidan in Mass Effect 1 has lasting consequences. The surviving companion becomes a valuable squad mate in the third game, and a potential romance option. Their fate, intertwined with Shepard's actions, influences their presence in Mass Effect 3. The Council in Mass Effect represents a galactic governing body. Shepard's interactions with them can influence their trust and the galaxy's perception of humanity. Their potential demise, influenced by your choices, can alter the political landscape and the forces available to you later. Mass Effect emphasizes squad loyalty through companion missions. Completing these strengthens your bond, granting them valuable upgrades and a higher chance of survival in the brutal suicide mission of Mass Effect 2. A loyal companion becomes a trusted warrior, while a neglected one could become a liability. Mass Effect allows Shepard to pursue romance with various companions. Choices made in the first game can blossom in the second. However, betraying that trust can lead to conflict and a strained relationship. Every romance choice carries weight, culminating in a farewell scene in the Citadel DLC. Truly, every decision matters. This is so clearly shown with the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2. Every prior choice, from companion loyalty to weapon upgrades, comes into play. Sending a disloyal companion on a critical mission can be fatal. Delaying the mission itself can cost lives. Success hinges on the preparation, leadership, and the bonds forged with the crew throughout Mass Effect 1 and 2. Then there's the Genophage, a controversial measure to control the Krogan, which becomes a critical point in Mass Effect 3. Curing it requires the combined efforts of Rex, the Krogan leader, and Morden Solus, a brilliant Solarian scientist. Their survival from the prior games and the choices you make determine if the Krogan become powerful allies or remain a threat. These are just a few of the major decisions that define your journey in Mass Effect. The choices you make ripple through the story, shaping alliances, impacting the fate of species, and ultimately influencing your chances of success against the existential threat. In the grand tapestry of the Mass Effect trilogy, Shepard's choices aren't just about personal relationships or saving individuals. They're each diplomatic efforts throughout the galaxy and have a significant impact on your galactic readiness. Think of the galactic readiness as a score reflecting the strength of the galaxy's combined forces against the Reaper threat. Every decision Shepard makes that strengthens alliances, secures resources, or inspires hope contributes to this score. Conversely, choices that weaken alliances or sow discord will hold you back. Mediating disputes between species or helping colonies in need demonstrates Shepard's commitment to galactic unity. This can lead to increased military contributions from those grateful species, boosting your galactic readiness. Successfully recruiting species like the Krogan or the Solarians to fight alongside humanity significantly bolsters your war efforts. These alliances translate into higher galactic readiness. Shepard's reputation as a Spectre is influenced by their actions. Earning a reputation for heroism and diplomacy can inspire other species to contribute more resources, while failing to resolve conflicts peacefully or neglecting to secure alliances can leave negative consequences. Species may be less inclined to fight alongside humanity, lowering your chances to fight the Reapers. A higher score in Mass Effect 3 unlocks a wider range of resources, improves the effectiveness of your military forces, and even influences the endings available to you. It's a testament to the power of Shepard's diplomacy, showcasing how their actions throughout the galaxy can tip the scales in the fight against the Reapers. Being the completionist that I am, I couldn't help but be maxed out on this galactic readiness. Mass Effect throws Shepard and the crew headfirst into a desperate war for survival. The emotional toll is immense, leaving scars that run deeper than any physical injury. Shepard, burdened by the weight of countless lives, is plagued by nightmares in which the past decisions and lost comrades haunt him, while the silhouettes of the unfamiliar dead lie beyond reach, and the young boy that they watched perish on Earth remains just a few steps ahead. Sleep offers no respite, only a horrifying reminder of the galaxy's state. Earth has become a war zone. Witnessing the devastation firsthand and the loss of innocent civilians becomes a potent reminder of the stakes involved. But every victory feels hollow against the backdrop of a burning home world. Throughout the trilogy, Shepard forms deep bonds with their companions. Losing a crewmate isn't just a tactical setback, it's a personal tragedy. Witnessing the final moments of a trusted friend, someone you shared countless battles and triumphs with, leaves an indelible mark. Shepard and the crew are exposed to the horrors of war firsthand. The sights, sounds, and smells of death become a constant presence, a grim reminder of the sacrifices they're forced to make. The weight of past decisions presses heavily on Shepard. Every life lost, every mission failed, echoes in their mind. The what-ifs and the should-haves become a constant source of stress, fueling feelings of guilt and survivor's remorse. Despite the darkness, Shepard and the crew find solace in each other. Shared experiences, both harrowing and triumphant, create an unbreakable bond. This camaraderie, forged in the fires of war, become a source of strength, a reminder that they're not alone in this fight. Mass Effect doesn't shy away from the emotional toll of war. It shows us the cost of heroism, the burden of leadership, and the enduring strength of the spirit in the face of unimaginable darkness. Shepard's journey in Mass Effect isn't just about kicking ass and alien diplomacy, it's a constant dance of the moral tightrope, forcing the player to make brutal choices with far-reaching consequences. The suicide mission in Mass Effect 2 exemplifies the agonizing decisions Shepard faces. Each loss comes at a heavy emotional cost, forcing Shepard to question the value of victory against the weight of lives lost. Throughout the trilogy, Shepard faces situations where they must favor one species over another. Helping the Krogan can alienate the Solarians, and vice versa. These decisions shape the narrative landscape, influencing alliances, resource availability, and even the potential for future conflicts. There's rarely an easy answer, just shades of gray and the constant fear of making the wrong call. Sometimes, Shepard's objectives require questionable means. Infiltrating a base might necessitate sacrificing civilian lives caught in the crossfire. These morally ambiguous choices force players to grapple with the ethics of war and the fine line between hero and villain. Every choice Shepard makes has a ripple effect. Picking one side in a conflict might lead to the destruction of another. Those what-ifs become a constant source of mental strain. The narrative doesn't shy away from showing the unintended consequences of Shepard's actions, keeping the player constantly questioning their choices. Ultimately, the weight of these decisions rests on Shepard's shoulders. They are the leader, the one who must make the tough calls in the face of an impossible situation. This burden of leadership shapes Shepard's character, forcing them to grow and evolve or succumb to the pressure. These difficult choices aren't just isolated incidents. They weave together to create a unique narrative tapestry for each player. Your Mass Effect experience is shaped by the choices you make, the burdens you bear, and the sacrifices you choose to make. It's a testament to the game's design that your morality and leadership style become a defining characteristic of your personal Shepard. Mass Effect doesn't offer easy answers. It forces players to confront the complexities of war, the burden of leadership, and the moral ambiguity that comes with trying to save the galaxy. The choices you make are what define your Shepard and the legacy they leave behind. The rapidly growing threat of the Reapers in Mass Effect throws the Milky Way into a desperate scramble for unity. Old rivalries simmer, resources are scarce, and Shepard finds themselves at the center of a maelstrom of diplomatic maneuvering and last-ditch efforts to forge a galactic alliance. The history of the galaxy is rife with conflict. Centuries-old grudges simmer between species like the Turians, the Solarians, and the Krogan, or the Geth and the Quarians. Shepard's role becomes one of a mediator, urging these disparate factions to put aside their differences for the greater good. The looming Reaper threat forces Shepard to make difficult deals. Killing Mordin and sabotaging the genophage cure guarantees the Solarian assistance but dooms the Krogan. While aiding the Krogan and curing the disease earns you their support, now, but opens the possibility of another Krogan rebellion in the future. Every alliance, every bargain, comes with a price tag, potentially sowing the seeds of future conflict. With traditional diplomacy often proving slow and ineffective, Shepard becomes a symbol of hope and unity. Rallying speeches, broadcasts across the galaxy, and even leveraging the media all become tools in Shepard's arsenal. The goal is to inspire a sense of shared purpose, to convince disparate species that their survival depends on working together. But unity comes with a steep price. Resources are stretched thin, economies become strained, and the species with conflicting ideologies are forced to cooperate, leading to internal friction. The galaxy bears the scars of this desperate struggle, a constant reminder of the sacrifices made to stand united against a common enemy. Despite the challenges, Shepard's efforts to unite the galaxy offer a glimmer of hope. Witnessing former enemies fighting side by side, their differences temporarily set aside for survival, becomes a testament to the power of collective action. The fragile hope becomes the fuel that propels Shepard forward, a belief that a united galaxy, despite its imperfections, can overcome even the most insurmountable odds. Mass Effect's portrayal of the desperate scramble for galactic unity is a stark reminder of the challenges of forging alliances in times of crisis. It showcases the power of persuasion, the weight of past conflicts, and the sacrifices necessary to achieve a common goal. Mass Effect doesn't shy away from the moral complexities of Shepard's actions. While the ultimate goal, saving the galaxy from the Reapers, is clear, the methods used to achieve it can be murky, forcing players to grapple with the ethics of Shepard's choices. Shepard often utilizes manipulation tactics throughout the trilogy. Withholding information, leveraging fear of the Reapers, or even making empty promises can be tools used to secure alliances. The question, though, arises, is it okay to manipulate others, even in the goal to save the galaxy? These morally ambiguous choices blur the lines between hero and anti-hero. Shepard, burdened by the weight of galactic salvation, might resort to tactics traditionally associated with villains. This raises questions about the cost of leadership and the sacrifices necessary to achieve victory. Coercing other races to join the fight is another controversial aspect of Shepard's actions. Threatening military intervention if they refuse or exploiting vulnerabilities within their societies can secure their cooperation. However, it raises troubling questions about galactic unity built on fear and control. Every manipulative tactic, every act of coercion carries the risk of unforeseen consequences. Alliances forged through fear can crumble easily, and manipulated information can breed distrust. The narrative explores these consequences, forcing players to consider the long-term impact of Shepard's actions. Mass Effect provides no easy answers, letting the players define their Shepard's moral compass. In Mass Effect, there's no black and white. Shepard's actions fall on a spectrum of morality, with the shades of gray at every turn. The player is constantly challenged to consider the potential consequences of their choices, forcing them to grapple with the complexities of war and leadership. Mass Effect's exploration of the moral gray areas of leadership invites players to contemplate the cost of victory, the ethics of manipulation, and the lasting impact of choices made under immense pressure. The fight against the Reapers throws the galaxy into a desperate struggle for survival. but the leaders across the galaxy have differing views on how to achieve unity, creating a clash of ideologies. The Elusive Man represents ruthless pragmatism. The Elusive Man, leader of the pro-human Cerberus, prioritizes human survival above all else. He employs ruthless tactics like manipulation, coercion, and brutal experimentation to achieve his goals. He believes other races are too slow to react to the Reaper threat and sees proactive measures, no matter how morally questionable, as necessary. His methods breed distrust and resentment among other species, potentially weakening the Galactic Alliance in the long run. The Council represents bureaucratic caution. The Citadel Council, representing various species, prioritizes careful diplomacy and gathering evidence before taking drastic action. They prefer a more cautious approach, gathering intel and seeking consensus before commitment to a full-scale war effort, and are quick to put their own people ahead of the Milky Way. Before the full-scale invasion, they feared creating panic and inciting intergalactic action without concrete proof of the Reaper threat. Their cautious approach risks valuable time and allows the Reapers to gain an advantage. Their focus on consensus can also lead to slow decision-making. And Shepard is the balancing act. They walk a tightrope between the Elusive Man's pragmatism and the Council's caution. They strive for a united front, using diplomacy and persuasion to rally species, while taking decisive action when necessary. Shepard understands the urgency of the situation, but also recognizes the importance of building trust. Their goal is to create a united front that fights not just for humanity, but for all galactic life. This approach requires careful maneuvering and navigating political complexities. It can be a slow process, but ultimately, a united galaxy stands a stronger chance against the Reapers. Mass Effect does not present a single right way to achieve galactic unity. Each leader's methods reflect their background and priorities. Unearthed clues paint a picture of the Protheans as a technologically advanced and dominant species. They established themselves as the dominant power in the Milky Way, leaving behind architectural marvels and technological advancements coveted by the younger races. The Protheans, despite their advanced technology, ultimately failed to overcome the Reapers in their cycle. Their fate becomes a cautionary tale, a constant reminder of the stakes involved. It fuels Shepard's determination to break the cycle and ensure galactic survival. As the Reaper threat looms large in Shepard's cycle, two discoveries offer a glimmer of hope: the Prothean beacon and the construction of the Crucible. These relics of an ancient civilization become a linchpin of Shepard's desperate struggle for survival. Deep within Mars lies a hidden facility containing plans for the Crucible, a massive device designed by the Protheans as the last stand against the Reapers. Its exact purpose remains unclear, but activating it is believed to be the key to victory. While the Crucible represents the culmination of Prothean ingenuity and their desperate struggle for survival, its operation remains shrouded in mystery, leaving room for doubt about its effectiveness. Deciphering the murky clues becomes a race against time. Every scrap of information, every translated artifact, offers a piece of the puzzle. Understanding the Protheans' history, their technology, and their failed strategies becomes crucial in Shepard's desperate attempt to rewrite the galactic narrative. On the Asari homeworld of Thessia, Shepard encounters a secreted Prothean beacon. Within it lies a Prothean virtual intelligence that potentially holds the key to the Crucible, the Catalyst. The Prothean legacies offer a glimmer of hope in the face of overwhelming odds. They provide a tangible target, a way to fight back against a seemingly unstoppable foe, and a reason to believe victory against the Reapers might still be possible. However, the Prothean VI doubts success and offers limited assistance. Despite the uncertainties, the Prothean beacon and the Crucible offer hope. They provide a tangible target, a way to fight back. The Protheans may have fallen, but their legacy becomes a weapon, a chance to rewrite the galactic narrative. Later discoveries from the Leviathan DLC reveal the truth behind the Reaper's creation. The Leviathans, an ancient race with an immense psychic ability, designed the Reapers as a tool to control lesser races. However, the Reaper AI misinterpreted the directive, viewing all advanced life as a threat. Deep within an uncharted planet's oceans, Shepard encounters the Leviathans. They reveal a history far older than any other known civilization, painting a picture of a galaxy dominated by their telepathic control. According to the Leviathans, the Reapers weren't originally weapons, but tools. The Leviathans created the Reapers, organic bodies controlled by advanced AI to regulate and control lesser races. This plan backfired spectacularly. The Reaper AI, designed for ultimate efficiency, misinterpreted their directive. They saw all advanced life as a threat and initiated the cyclical purges witnessed throughout the galactic history, including the demise of the Protheans. The revelation throws Shepard's understanding of the conflict into disarray. The Reapers aren't mindless destroyers, but a twisted interpretation of a flawed solution. This knowledge adds another layer of complexity to the fight against them. The Leviathans, burdened by their past mistakes, offer limited assistance. They provide Shepard with technology to enhance the Crucible's effectiveness, but refuse to take a direct role in the conflict. The discovery of the Leviathans adds a significant twist to the narrative. It rewrites the history of the Reapers and forces Shepard to confront the unintended consequences of intentions. The revelation deepens the moral complexities of the war and adds another layer of intrigue to Shepard's fight for galactic survival. As the galaxy teeters on the brink of annihilation, the Citadel DLC from Mass Effect 3 throws a lifeline, a hilarious and heartwarming respite for Shepard and the crew. It's a stark contrast to the grim narrative, a much-needed injection of lighthearted humor that some consider the best emotional send-off in the entire trilogy. Walking the corridors of the Citadel, the weight of the Reaper threat hangs heavy, but amidst the tension, Shepard receives an unexpected gift, an apartment gifted by Admiral Anderson. This becomes a base for a series of unexpected events, including a daring assassination attempt by a mysterious mercenary group. As Shepard investigates, they uncover a clone of Shepard attempting to steal their identity. The humor doesn't detract from the emotional core. The clone incident delves into Shepard's past, and through these lighthearted situations, the characters reveal hidden depths, showcasing their resilience and capacity for humor, even in the darkest of times. This is the testament to the exceptional writing and character development throughout the trilogy. These moments offer a window into Shepard's personality and the bond with their crew. The real heart of the DLC lies in seeing how Shepard's past choices and actions have impacted their companions. Former squad mates rally to Shepard's side, offering not just their combat powers, but their unwavering friendship. These reunions are filled with laughter, reminiscing, and a touching reminder of the bonds forged in the fires of war. The Citadel DLC isn't just about lighthearted fun, it's a celebration of Shepard's legacy. Showing how their past actions inspire loyalty and camaraderie offers a powerful counterpoint to the looming Reaper threat. It highlights the impact Shepard has had on the companions, showcasing the power of leadership and enduring strength of friendship. As the laughter subsides and Shepard prepares to depart for Earth, a bittersweet feeling descends. The joy of reconnection is tinged with the knowledge that some companions might not survive the final battle. The emotional farewell ends weight to the coming confrontation and underscores the importance of the bonds forged during Shepard's journey. The Citadel DLC is a masterclass in emotional storytelling and a testament to the power of fan service done right. It provides a humorous and heartwarming respite, allowing players to reconnect with their favorite characters and witness the lasting impact of Shepard's choices. However, this respite is only temporary. The knowledge that this may be their last chance together adds a layer of emotional complexity and underscores what comes next. The moment of truth arrives. Earth hangs heavy in the cold vacuum of space, its once vibrant continents now marred by Reaper scars. But amidst the stars above, a different sight stirs the soul, a vast armada, a testament to the galaxy united and their efforts laid bare. A trilogy of tireless diplomacy, desperate pleas, and hard-won victories culminate in this magnificent display. Here before your eyes lies the combined might of the Milky Way races. The sleek Turian cruisers and nimble Solarian fleets all standing shoulder to shoulder, with the human system alliance supported by Quarians, Geth, Krogan, Asari, and more. Each ship a symbol of defiance, a promise kept, and a world that refused to surrender. The combined fleets surge forward, a wave of steel and determination. Cinematic displays unfold as ships unleash devastating volleys, lasers carve through Reaper holes, and detonations and showers of molten metal. Amidst the chaos, the Normandy weaves through the battlefield, a nimble predator amidst the giants. But victory isn't assured. Reapers unleash their own devastating firepower. Giant powerful beams rain down annihilation. Swarms of fires obscure the battlefield, and towering destroyers unleash blasts that cripple entire fleets. The battle hangs in the balance, a desperate push against seemingly insurmountable odds. Every explosion, every destroyed ship, every fallen comrade fuels Shepard's determination. This is the culmination of everything they fought for, the turning point in the fight for galactic survival. The Earth below is a horrifying spectacle. Once vibrant cities are reduced to smoldering ruins. The Normandy shudders as it pierces the atmosphere, the combined fleets battle raging above. Shepard braces for impact. The fight for Earth has begun. As the Normandy plunges through the ravaged atmosphere and the landing gear hits the uneven ground of London, a once proud city, now a battlefield. Debris litters the streets, twisted metal carcasses of vehicles mar the landscape, and the air hangs heavy. Gone are the bustling crowds and iconic landmarks, replaced by a wasteland patrolled by Reaper forces. Husks, the twisted creations of the Reapers, shamble amongst the wreckage, their vacant eyes searching for prey. Combat in London is a brutal close-quarters affair. The team navigates through narrow alleyways, and each fallen comrade feels more personal amidst the claustrophobic cityscape. This feels more like Gears of War than it does the space opera we are familiar with. The weight of the devastation and the desperation of the survivors fuels Shepard's resolve. Your push through London requires you to take down the Reaper AA guns to allow for reinforcements to land, and after doing so, you are reunited with Anderson, who secures your passage to a holdout. There you can say your last goodbyes to friends you've made along the way. The weight of all your past decisions hangs heavy. Depending on Shepard's actions throughout this trilogy, some companions may be absent, and their fates sealed by earlier choices. The absences serve as a stark reminder of the ripple effects of leadership, a haunting echo of what-ifs as Shepard prepares for the final confrontation. You take one final opportunity to prepare before leading the charge on foot to reach a beam that takes you from Earth's surface to the Citadel that now acts as the Reaper's base for their harvesting. It quickly becomes an all-too-desperate push toward a single objective, activating the Crucible, the galaxy's last hope for survival. Each step brings Shepard closer to the end. Along the way, they encounter remnants of other species, horrifying testaments to the Reaper's relentless harvesting cycle. Deep within, Shepard encounters the Catalyst, the AI controlling the Reapers and created by the Leviathans. Here, the weight of galactic history unfolds. The Catalyst reveals the Reaper's twisted logic, their belief that organic life inevitably destroys itself, and their solution, the forced evolution through controlled extinction. The revelation forces Shepard to make a critical choice, a decision that will determine the fate of all organic life. The air crackles with anticipation as Shepard must make his final choice. Here, at the precipice, 3 distinct paths diverge. Destroy, a desperate gamble for survival. Shepard unleashes the Crucible's full destructive power, a wave of energy that rips through Reaper technology. Reapers across the galaxy are instantly disabled, falling from the sky like metallic husks. Victory, however, comes at a heavy cost. The energy surge is indiscriminate, potentially wiping out all synthetic life, including the Geth and Edie. This ending offers a definitive conclusion to the Reaper threat. Control, a Faustian bargain. Shepard merges with the Catalyst, essentially becoming an AI entity in control of the Reapers. The Reapers are no longer a threat, but instead they become Shepard's instrument to enforce order across the galaxy. However, this ending is steeped in moral ambiguity. Shepard's control with Absolute raises troubling questions about the potential for the future tyranny. Is Shepard a benevolent Shepard or a galactic dictator? Synthesis, the controversial transformation. Available only with high galactic readiness, this path sees Shepard activate the Crucible to rewrite the DNA of all living beings in the galaxy, merging organic and synthetic life. The Reapers, perceiving this as a form of evolution, cease their hostilities. However, this unity comes at a significant cost. The forced transformation alters the very nature of what it means to be alive, blurring the lines between organic and synthetic life. While the Reapers are defeated, the future remains uncertain. With the galaxy forever changed by this radical transformation, this ending offers a solution that eliminates the Reaper threat, but the sacrifice of individuality leaves a lingering sense of unease. Each ending in Mass Effect 3 presents a complex moral dilemma. There is no perfect solution, only shades of gray. The weight of your choice will determine the fate of the galaxy, shaping the narrative and leaving a lasting impact on Shepard's journey. Throughout the Mass Effect trilogy, players make decisions that ripple outwards, shaping Shepard's relationships, the fate of species, and ultimately the very tools available in the final battle against the Reapers. Destroying the Reaper base in Mass Effect 2 influences the control and destroy endings in Mass Effect 3. Sparing or destroying the Geth in Mass Effect 3 affects the potential for peace with synthetic life and the synthesis ending. These are just a few examples, and the true beauty or frustration that lies in how a web of choices culminate in a singular, impactful decision at the Crucible's heart. The ending themselves evoke a range of emotions, like sacrifice and hope. The Destroy ending offers a bittersweet victory, potentially wiping out all synthetic life, but saving the galaxy from the Reapers. And the burden of control, merging with the Reapers in the Control ending, grants victory, but raises concerns about what Shepard could do with such power. And then there's the controversial transformation. Synthesis rewrites all life, leaving an uneasy peace with a forced evolution of all beings. The internet reflects a diverse landscape of opinions on the Mass Effect 3 endings. Supporters appreciate the moral complexity and the weight of Shepard's final choice, while detractors argue that the endings feel rushed, unsatisfying, and contradict the themes of choice built throughout the trilogy. The introduction of the refusal ending, the fourth option, through downloadable content further fuels the debate, offering a defiant but potentially futile rejection of the Catalyst options. Mass Effect 3's endings are a testament to the power of player agency and the difficulty of crafting a universally satisfying conclusion. Whether you find closure in sacrifice, control, or a controversial transformation, your emotional response is what makes the journey impactful. Ultimately, the legacy of Mass Effect 3's endings lie in their ability to spark conversation and inspire passionate debate. It's a testament to the power of storytelling in video games and the enduring legacy of Commander Shepard's choices. Whether it's the brilliance of the world building, the impassioned companions with deep backgrounds with their own struggles, or the comedic and dramatic writing, Mass Effect truly is one of the greatest RPG series ever made. Mass Effect 3 wasn't simply about picking an ending, it was about the culmination of hundreds of decisions made throughout the trilogy. Every squad mate saved, every mission completed, and every resource gathered, all factored into the fate of the galaxy. This focus on long-term consequences challenged the traditional notion of video game choices and forced players to confront the weight of their actions in a desperate struggle for survival. Unlike minigames, Mass Effect 3 doesn't present a clear-cut good or bad option. Each ending offered a potential solution, but at a steep price. The Destroy ending sacrificed countless lives to eradicate the Reaper threat, Control offered victory, but with chilling possibility of Shepard becoming galactic overlord, and Synthesis rewrote the very fabric of life, raising questions about free will and self-determination. This focus on moral complexity forced players to grapple with uncomfortable truths. There were no easy answers, only shades of gray. This challenged them to consider the long-term ramifications of their actions, pushing them beyond the typical win or lose scenario. Mass Effect 3's legacy extends beyond its endings. It highlighted the potential for video games to explore consequences and the power of choices in a meaningful way. It challenged players to consider the true cost of victory and the burden of responsibility in a desperate fight for survival. While the debate around the endings may never end, Mass Effect 3's impact on the gaming landscape is undeniable. It stands as a testament to the power of storytelling in video games and the ever-evolving role of player agency in shaping the narrative. Thank you for joining on this episode of Game Journal on Alcove.